Well, I'd like to say welcome to the channel again. I'm going to go over a few things tonight or today, whenever you're listening to it, watching it. Different things that happens on and around the lake. I've got different subject matter that I'm going to go over, different content. Uh, we're going to do Carolina rigs, how I set them up, how I know other people set them up, the moon phases, how that affects fishing. Working with veterans, if you get a chance to take a vet out, that can make for an incredible fishing day. They're a lot of fun to be with, and if they've been in combat zones, they have a lot on their mind, and it helps to ease their minds. We're going to go over lake hazards. I'll do a video about that as well. There's a lot of different things we look at it as far as hazards on the water, and it's not necessarily just the water, but it could be also what's on the bank, the time of year, hunting season, or whatever the case might be. We'll go over some cranking, crankbaiting, square bills, coffin bill, deep divers, that type of thing. Topwater fishing, the frogging, the jerk baits, on topwater jerk baits, and walking baits, that kind of thing. I'm also going to go over lines and line sizes and line manufacturers and what type of line you need for different type of applications. But this particular video is about an incident that happened, I think about 30 years ago. I was in my 30s, early 30s, and was on Lake Cumberland. It was January. It was 20 degrees for high. So when this happened, it was in the teens, because it happened kind of 10, 11 o'clock in the day. So it hadn't really gotten that warm yet. Well, as I'm going out, I had another boat that had already went out that I was supposed to meet. They'd went out earlier than I had. And as I'm going out to go meet them, I didn't see another boat all day except for the one I ran into, and the one that I see on the lake is on fire, right in the middle of the lake. There's a young guy, looks like he's in his early 20s, and the other guy looked like he's in his 50s. And they were in a panic. Well, the older guy, it was his boat, he's trying to get to his fire extinguisher and dig it out. And the blaze in the back of the boat was incredible. Well, he gets his fire extinguisher out and starts putting the fire out. Well, he didn't even face it. Well, I drove over, and the guy fishing with me, I told him to grab a fire extinguisher and throw it to him as soon as we got close. And we ran up beside of him. He threw a fire extinguisher to him. I jumped down in my box, and the thing is that I've learned over the years, at that particular boat, I kept 5 batteries in it. So that meant I kept a fire extinguisher for each battery. So I had 5 batteries, or 5 fire extinguishers. That man used his and all 5 of mine before he was able to put the fire out. So I'm just telling you that to give you an idea of what you might want to do for your boat. One fire extinguisher is not going to put out a fire in a boat. It's just not going to do it unless it's small and you catch it immediately. This happens so fast. The thing is, had they fallen in the water, they were in the middle of the lake. I don't think they could have made it. It was so cold, and they was definitely going to have a difficult time. But had they got in the water and tried to swim to the bank, I don't think they could have made the bank. So didn't see another boat all day, and I hooked to them after they got the fire out. I hooked to them and drug them back into the marina, and they loaded up and left. He tried to pay me, obviously, but I wouldn't take any money from the man. I just don't think that's right. If you can help somebody, help them. And the thing was, he was in a much nicer boat than I was. At the time, I had an older Ranger. I've got a newer one now. That's what I was in at the time. And he looked at me and he said, what possessed you to have 5 batteries? 5 fire extinguishers. And I told him it was the reason being was because I had that many batteries. And I thought you ought to have one for each one. So that's just a piece of advice I thought I'd pass on, if that helps you out. There's going to be many more subject matter that I'm going to go over in future videos, and I'm hoping that you'll like and subscribe to the videos and tell other people about it, because I'm going to go over a lot of different issues as we go along. Thank you for watching. Have a good day.